Hey, 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 welcome back. Welcome. Glad to have you guys back on here today. We got some pretty cool stuff to talk about today in your real estate investing talk show. That's what we're running today. It's Tuesday. It's your morning. Wherever you are, if you're on the West Coast, it's your morning. If you're on the East Coast, it's your afternoon. And I'm just excited to be here with you, joining you on this magnificent day today. So, hey, if you're joining us for the first time, I'd like to tell you that we are in a 24-week training series right now. So what does that mean to you? Let me get over my hiccups real quick.
You want me to scare you?
Scare me. Anyways, back to it. We're in a 24-week series right now, and we're literally halfway through. We're on week 12, okay? We're on making the offers, and then we have finding the buyers. And so let's see here. It's important that we understand. If you were with me, on week 5, we talked about the different contracts. Today we're going to talk about actually how we make those offers. What do those offers consist of? What are some things to think about in your offer? How do you position a 3-option offer? We're going to really talk about the offer itself. That's what today's show is all about. I'm excited to have you on here. This is your real estate investing talk show. I am Zach Childress, your real estate coach, and we are joined by the lovely Jill in the house. Say hi, Jill.
Hello.
So, hey, as you guys come on board and you're joining us, tell us hi, say hi to the community. Also, let me know if you're new. I'd love to hear from you. If you're brand new, it's your first time on this show, I'd like to introduce myself to you and say hi to you and all that good stuff. Jill, who do we got joining us today?
We have Keisha. She says, hi, guys. Angel.
Hello, Keisha.
Our Angel is back.
Our
He
New
says,
Yorker.
good afternoon. David says, hey, Zach and Jill. Pennsylvania is here.
Boom.
Miss Patty, she's here. She said, hey, Zach and Jill. Pennsylvania is on with you.
Awesome.
We have Mona Gonzalez. She says, good morning, Zach and Jill. Cannot wait for my package.
Awesome.
Michelle, he says, here is a scare. This is Shelly, Susan's friend. Good morning, Jill. It's nice to see your smiling faces. Manny says, Zach in the house. Love your background. Hi, Jill. The gang is here.
Awesome.
Oh, Ignacio, he says, hi, Zach and Jill, and the rest of the listeners. Sammy says, good morning, Zach.
Good morning, Sammy.
Let's see. We have Diamond Star who says, I'm so excited for this week, Zach.
Oh, Diamond Star. Good to have you on here. Man, it's good to have all you guys on here today. Hey, and listen, remember, the biggest thing you can do is start to share this stream right now. Hit that share button on there. Go over there and click that share button. Get other people aware of what we're doing. Share the message. Create the ripples with us. You know what my whole vibe is, right? Is I want to affect more than one person's life. I want to change more people's lives this year than I did last year, and I want to change more people's lives next year than I did this year. And I can only do that with your help. I can only do it with your help, okay? So share the stream. I'd love to give some shout outs for the people that are sharing it. So we'll come back and check on all you guys here in a minute to see who all my sharers are. My sharers who's sharing the stream. I'd love to do something special for you guys because you're helping me get the message out there. So, hey, we're going to get started real quick. I'm going to play this little quick break video for you, and then we're going to come back and jump right back into this. So stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Zach has recently written a brand new best-selling book called My First Deal Playbook, and he's actually giving away 1,000 copies for free. Now, if you're interested in becoming financially free through real estate or adding real estate to your investment portfolio, I urge you to grab a copy of this book right now. He's covering the full cost of the book. All you need to do is pick up a small shipping fee, and he'll send it right out to you. Once these copies are gone, the retail price will be $19.95. So make sure you claim your copy now before they're all gone. I hope you enjoy the book and get a lot of value out of it. Goodbye for now.
All right, guys. Hey, welcome back. Hey, that was a quick video for you on the book. So if you have not gotten my book, you definitely need to do that. You can go to My First Deal Playbook, or you can easily go over to Amazon and get it on Amazon. Just search for My First Deal Playbook. That book is changing lives. It's flying off the shelves. People are getting this thing for everybody. Their uncles, their aunts, their cousins, their nephews. They are in it to win it, guys. And so I share that with you because that's something that if you're trying to get started in real estate and you just don't know where to start, the best approach is just to go after your first deal. And that's as simple as it can be. Go after your first deal, okay? Once you've got your first deal together, then you can start to build off of that, okay? I cheated on my fears. I love that quote.
Yes.
Manny has a great quote here. Let me read this to you guys. It says, I cheated on my fears. I broke up with my doubts, got engaged to my fate, and now I'm marrying my dreams. Oops, it went away. I'm marrying my dreams. Wow, you blow my mind, right? So if you're just joining us, we're digging into week 12 of our 24-week challenge, and this is all about making the offer. We talked about in week, I think it was 6 or 5 or something like that, which contracts to use, but this is all about how you make that offer. So come on board, share with us if you're on here. Talk to us, say hi to us. This is the show to be at. We do this every Tuesday at 1:30 Eastern Time Zone, and it's your real estate investing talk show. Now listen to me. Listen very carefully. Every Wednesday, we do our Dig Deeper show. This Wednesday, we start our series on credit repair. You don't want to miss this. We're bringing an expert in that has helped tons of people, even people in our office, achieve great success with their credit. And I've known her for years. Her name is Kelly. She's going to be on our Dig Deeper show tomorrow, and she's going to be on our Dig Deeper show the next Wednesday as well. You do not want to miss tomorrow's show, 1:30 Eastern Time Zone, right back here in the studio. I encourage you to really make the time to be on that show tomorrow. It's incredible what she has figured out and the things that she knows that literally can help you get to where you need to be in your life when it comes to credit repair. There's so much you can do once you get that straightened out. So that's important to know. Also, another housekeeping. This Thursday, we're in the field. That's right, Zach in the field. So I need to make you guys all aware of something. We are building out our communication channels across multiple platforms. So I would encourage you to really engage in all those platforms. You need to be on our YouTube channel if you're not already. You need to be on our Instagram page. So how is it going to work? I'm going to keep the shows here on Facebook, but I'm going to move the In the Field episodes to our YouTube channel. So if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, you need to go do that. Can you put our YouTube channel in the link? Oh, it's looky there.
Yep.
Go to REISuccessAcademy.com/YouTube and you will get to our YouTube channel. Now, when you subscribe to that YouTube channel, you need to click the little bell next to that so that you can get notifications when we do the In the Field episodes. On top of that, you got to go to your phone and you got to go into your notifications and turn on YouTube notifications so that you know every time I'm out in the field looking at houses and you can learn and watch and see what's going on. So I'm going to do it both Thursday on Facebook and YouTube, but it will be the last time that we do it on both, okay? So I need you to make sure you get on the YouTube channel. It's very important you do that. Now, I'm also rolling out our Instagram page. What does this mean to you? This means that if you want the behind the scenes, you want the day-to-day struggles and the day-to-day stuff that I go through and the thoughts that I have riding down the road in the car, then you need to be on our Instagram page. And that's Instagram.com. Where did it go? There it is. It's Instagram.com/Zach_Childress. It's DC Fawcett had wrote a comment with all of it on there, okay? And so you need to follow the Instagram and you need to subscribe to the YouTube. It's very important you do that so that you can get all of what we're doing, the behind the scenes, the day-to-day conversations, the in the field episodes on YouTube, and then Facebook obviously is where we're going to keep our 2 live shows, the Real Estate Investing Talk show as we do today, and also our Dig Deeper show that we do tomorrow. So anyways, that's some housekeeping, some updates. We're going across multiple media streams now. We're reaching out. We realize we got so many people out there that are trying to get more and more information from us, and so we are going across multiple media streams now. So it's important that you stay engaged on that. Okay.
Look who's on there. Carl Randall. Just
Mr. Carl, good to have you here, buddy. He's a good guy.
Barbara, she says, hello, Zach.
Hey, Barbara.
We have Angel, he says he shared. Ariana is here. She says, hello, Zach and Jill. We have Don back. He says, hey, Zach and Jill, I'm with you.
Awesome.
Steve says, go Florida. Christina says, hey, Texas in the house.
Awesome.
Paul says, sup, Z, hearing
Sup,
from Michigan.
Z? Sup, Z? Sup, Paul? Sup, man? Sup? What you say, sup? Mine keeps sticking a lot.
Yeah, mine is a little bit too. Dan is here. He says, good morning.
Good morning, Dan. Hey, just type in the box if you guys are able to hear me, see me, everything's good. I'm going to get some feedback from you, and we're going to dive into this training in about 3 minutes. So,
we got Mike here from Mike Lorem from the 2-Day Immersion.
Awesome, Mike. Welcome to the show, my friend. Welcome to the show.
Christy says, hi, Zach and Jill. Shout out from New York.
Shout out from New Yorkers. Yeah, just type in there, everything's good. I see you, Zach. I hear you, Zach. No interruptions. Just let me know you got me. I need to hear it back from you guys. I need to hear it from the fans. I need to hear it from the students. I need to hear it from our network of social media, right? So
Sammy says it's all good. Angel says audio is good. David says all is good.
Awesome.
Keisha says all is good.
Awesome sauce. Okay. So listen, before I get started with this, I want you guys to answer me one question. And that question, let me grab this off of here. That question is if you have a specific question about making an offer, type it in the chat box. Okay, I want to be able to answer those because I'm going to kind of talk about making offers, the structures of offers. What is a 3-option offer? What do these things look like? What are some of the things you got to think about when you make the offer? Because you can go back and watch the training that we did when we covered, what are the different contracts. But I want to talk about actually making that offer. So if you have questions on those, please type them in. If you're just joining us and you're trying to figure out what's going on, my name is Zach Childress. I am your real estate coach, and if you need information on how to become a real estate investor, this is the channel you need to be on. You need to be watching us live every week, Tuesday at 1:30, Wednesday at 1:30 for our Dig Deeper shows. You need to join our YouTube channel. It's in the chat log. There's a link in there you can click on. You need to go over there, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and click the bell next to the subscribe button, I should say. And that's where our In the Field shows are going to be coming live from. And I'll still be answering questions on those because they're going to be live. You can ask questions. I'll answer them while I'm out in the field. I got a really great deal Thursday to go look at with you guys, and you don't want to miss that show. Okay, you don't want to miss that. And then get on the Instagram if you want behind the scenes, the day-to-day life, my struggles, my aha moments, the driving down the road, thinking about what I'm going to do today or what I'm going to, what am I going to create. You need to be on the Instagram. Okay, that's Zach_Childress. Get over there. All right, here we go, guys. So let's talk about offers. Offers. What is an offer, right? Well, when do we make the offer? How do we make the offer? Well, let's take a moment and understand that when we get ready to make the offer, if you've been following us this whole time, I've been getting you prepared for the offer. I've been talking about marketing and running numbers and negotiations. That is all what leads us to the offer process. That is what leads us to the point in which that we're ready to present an offer. And that offer could be either on an LOI, it could be on a purchase and sales agreement, it could be on an option to purchase agreement, it could be, on a napkin. Honestly, it could be on a napkin, okay? So let me be clear with you on something. An offer does not have, now listen to me very carefully when I say this. An offer does not have to be on a state contract to make it a legal offer, okay? Let's get real clear on that, and I want you to understand that. The reason that we use a state contract is to protect the agent's broker. That's the whole purpose of it, okay? So if you're buying a property from a seller, you don't need it on a state contract. You could literally have an offer written up on a one-page contract. I could literally write an offer to buy your property on a napkin as long as I have a price indicated on what I'm going to pay for it. I have the terms indicated on how I'm going to do that, whether it's with cash, financing, or seller financing. And I have the close date in which I'm going to actually get the property closed on, which is part of the terms. And I have the initiation of how do I move forward with this contract being legit, meaning like I have a 10 or a 14 or a 21-day contingency period. Now, that's the contract. Now, how do I make that contract a valid agreement? I have to have what's called a monetary exchange to validate that agreement, which means it could be $1. You understand? It could be $1. That dollar could make that contract a valid agreement once that dollar has been exchanged. If there is no monetary exchange, well, then that contract's actually not a fully executed contract. So if you pulled out of it, there's nothing anybody could do if money hasn't been exchanged. It's not a breach. If you escrow and you've initiated as earnest money deposits, you're now in a valid agreement. You're now in a responsibility to execute on that agreement based on the terms of that agreement. That is what a contract really does. It creates two parties on the same page moving forward, okay? Now, another big question I get about contracts is this, well, what about when, there's earnest money to be put up? Do you give it to the seller? No, I do not give it to the seller. What's to say that seller doesn't take my money and run, right? I will always open an escrow. I will always open an escrow. And what is escrow? Let's talk about that. Well, escrow is the part that helps us keep things neutral, okay? So escrow is the part in which we have a title company or a real estate attorney in the area open, or they usually have escrows, but we put our funds, our earnest money deposits in that escrow, and it's held by a neutral party. Why is that? Because the neutral party does not care about you. They do not care about the seller. They only care about the agreement that has been initiated between both parties and what the laws are, okay? And why is that important? Because let's say that I want out of the deal and I'm inside my contingency period. Well, all I have to do, and you should write this down, is you need to go down to your attorney or your title company and ask them for what's called a earnest money deposit release form. That's all it is. They might call it something different, a release of earnest money release form. They've been named quite a few different things depending on where you go, okay? That form is a one-page document. You basically fill it out. You say, look, I'm pulling out of this escrow. I'm inside my contingency period. I choose not to move forward. And you sign it and you send it in. Escrow looks at that. They look at the agreement. He's inside his terms, and they release your earnest money deposit. They don't have to call the seller and say, Mr. Seller, is it okay if we release the money? No, it has nothing to do with him. That's why I keep all my funds moved towards an escrow, so that I know I can get my money back at any time if I want to, as long as I'm playing my cards right, okay? So when you're getting to a contract and you're initiating that contract, you got to always remember inside that contract where it says earnest money, I'm going to place $500 earnest money down. I always have a clause in there, and you guys should be using our contracts, but I always have a clause in there that states buyer reserves the rights to choose title or escrow company. Then I have the rights, not them. I have the rights. Typically, if you push all the closing fees back to the seller, well, then they would have the right buyer, right? They push those closing fees to the buyer, which means what? That the buyer then ultimately could have the say in where they're going to choose because they're paying those fees. But you as the buyer, if you add that one clause in there, it doesn't matter if you negotiate the seller to pay the fees or you to pay the fees, you're going to pick escrow, and you want that. You want to build those relationships with your closing attorneys and your title companies, okay? So that takes us through the offer into the escrow, all right? right? But how do we get the offer to where we can actually present an offer and make an offer clear? Well, I'm going to talk about that. We got a lot of new people coming on board. Welcome to the show. My name's Zach Childress. I am your real estate coach, and this is your real estate investing talk show. And I think it's great that you're here. If you're brand new, type in the message you're new. We'd like to know it. We'd like to know who you are. We'd like to say hi to you. We're talking about the offering process today. And if you have questions about the offering process, type them in. I'd be happy to coach you. I'd be happy to share with you and really talk about it. So listen, the other thing is all these new people are coming on board. Remember, we have our Dig Deeper show tomorrow. Yes, we're digging deeper into your credit repair. We have a series of 2 or maybe even 3 shows with our expert, Kelly, and she's going to be on tomorrow. She'll be on next Wednesday as well, talking about what you need to think about, what you need to be aware of to get your credit fixed so that you can open up endless amount of money into your business. That's a great one. Also, follow the comments. Read the comments, guys. We're opening up our media streams across YouTube and Instagram. YouTube, we're going to be moving our in the field episodes. So if you want to follow me out in the field, looking at deals, analyzing deals, walking through properties, you need to go to our YouTube channel. You need to go over to reisuccessacademy.com/YouTube. Get on that channel, subscribe to that channel, click the little bell button next to it. Make sure you turn on your YouTube notifications on your phone settings, because here's why. If you do that, then when I'm in the field looking at deals, you'll get notified and you can jump on and see what we're doing for extra training. And then if you want behind the scenes of my life with the kids and things I'm thinking about, things I'm about to unfold, maybe, what I'm doing. Like yesterday, I was doing some Instagram videos on, I was about to go look at a property, getting it ready for Thursdays in the field. And I was just sharing with you guys some of the thoughts on that deal. So that's on our Instagram page. So it's Zach_Childress. Go over there, follow us on Instagram. So, all right, Joey, any questions so far?
Yes.
What we got, Joe?
All right. Let me try and find where this. How do I, Mike Lorem, he says, how do I present a deal to a potential buyer?
That has nothing to do with making an offer. You guys can't even follow direction number 1. I said, give me questions about the topic today. We're making offers. How do you present deals to the buyer? Well, you need to be here next Tuesday, because guess what week 13 is? Finding buyers. We're going to be talking about finding buyers, where to find those buyers, and how to talk to those buyers. Sorry, Mike. Stay on topic.
Well, I guess this one really doesn't either, because it's, can you wholesale an auction home?
Yes, you can wholesale an auction home. Let me tell you something real quick on that. When you go after auction homes, especially if they're private auctions like auction.com, things like that, you have a higher opportunity to wholesale those because they give you 30 days to close. Now, here's the sad part. You have to pay what's called a buyer premium. It's non-refundable. It's gone. So if you go into wholesale and you can't find a buyer, you just lost that $5,000 in most cases. So don't do wholesaling auction deals if you don't already have a steady supply of buyers that are looking for specific properties. That's my advice on that.
So L says, could you go over how to make an offer on vacant properties? For example, when the owner is out of state and doesn't want to deal with the property, what
Hold on. Let me get a notepad.
Sure.
That's actually a good question. I want to make sure I get these down. So offer on vacants.
Yep.
I got the perfect scenario for you on offering on vacants. I made a living on this in a place called Richmond, North Richmond at that. It was a drug addict, infested gangs and tons of vacant properties, and I made a killing in this neighborhood using this strategy I'm going to share with you.
All
what
right.
else you got? That got
Paul,
me excited.
Paul says, I have a deal. She inherited the house, owns it free and clear. Her realtor friend says it's worth $100K, but that's at the top of the market.
What's his question?
That's, I guess, about it.
Was it Paul?
Paul, yeah.
Good job, Paul. Go get that deal, man.
Mona says, should you separate an offer of 2 properties? Owner wants it as a package. One is a house and one is a lot and a mobile home next door.
So it's a house, a lot, and a mobile home. So that's 3?
Yep.
And her question is should you present 3 different offers?
Right. Should you separate the deal or sell it as a package or take it as a package? I'm not really sure. Mike Ross, he he commented here, real-mike.com. Mike's up.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike. We're not in the mic business.
He actually had a question, though. He said, bidding at an auction tonight for a property. Do you have any advice?
Bidding at an auction for a property. Get your numbers right, man. If you're going to go to the auction and bid, make sure you know your numbers, man. That's the number one thing. Know the area, know your numbers, and make sure it's in a cluster zone that you're going to be able to get rid of it in.
Okay. Paul says, working on a possible subject to seller owes $160,000. House needs TLC, needs about $20,000 cash or more. It's not listed yet. It's pending agent proposed $199K listing with ARV of $250. If repaired, like twin house in neighborhood that is listed at $250, how do I proceed? Must I notify the bank? Should the owner put a house?
You lost me already.
Yeah.
Sorry, you lost me. What's the question?
There's a few.
Can you just kind of find out? I mean, that's just over-explaining a scenario. Is the question, how do I buy a house?
And this is a subject too, so he's wondering, basically, he wants you to run the whole deal with him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. What's his name?
His name is Paul.
Paul, you need to do me a favor right now. You need to really consider, if you're trying to do subject twos, you need to be working with my partner, Ian Flanagan. I think you need to call the number on the screen, 707-247-4248. 707-247-4248. You need to call one of our student advisors. My partner Ian Flanagan specializes in subject twos and how to make sure those are done, where I specialize in straight line financing, lease options. I also specialize in contract for deeds and land installment contracts. He's a subject two expert. So call them, tell them you want to ask somebody about questions about Ian Flanagan's course on subject twos. That's what I would tell you to do. All right?
Yes.
All right, I got 3 questions. You got one more for me? And then I'm going to dig into these.
Okay. I'm looking for one here. Paul, he says, how do I structure the three option offer?
We haven't even gotten there yet.
Let's see. Steve Gibbons, he says, hi, Zach. The new strategy for offer price I'm thinking about is if I have at least a $10,000 difference between the ARV and the list price, is to offer 80% of the list. How does that sound to you?
It doesn't. Doesn't sound good at all.
And that's it for questions.
I would never offer 80% of the ARV unless it was a rental property. I'm right about to have it at least $10,000 difference between the ARV and the list price. Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't even care what the list price is. That goes back to making the offer, right? Is like, who cares what the list price is? I could care less what you want for your house. What I care about is my risk management. So when I'm looking at ARV, I'm actually taking away all the risk factors in that deal. I'm taking away what my resale fees are going to be, my rehab fees are going to be, my holding costs are going to be, my fix-up costs are going to be, my purchase fees are going to be, my profits are going to be, my hedge factor, my financing fees, and whatever that tells me is where I make my offer. That could be $100,000 off from the list price. I don't care. I'm not going to pay you retail because I don't pay retail. I buy one of 2 different ways. I pay cash at a discount on properties that need a little work, or I can pay you more closer to your asking price if we can agree on some type of terms program where you leave some of the financing in place. That's the statement that you need to say to everybody. When somebody gives you a price and it's close to retail, sir, listen, ma'am, listen, I don't pay retail. I can pay cash for the house, but I needed to have some work that needs to be done is one of the ways that I buy. My second way that I buy is I can give you closer to your asking price, but it's on one of my terms programs, and that just means that we have to agree to leave some of the financing in place, and your property would have to qualify for a terms program. That's the type of discussions that you're having on those, okay? So let's talk about this. We're going to get into the 3 offer strategy. We're going to get into offering on vacant properties. We're going to talk about, the package deal that one of the students has, and then we're going to talk about presenting offers, okay? So let me cover a couple of these questions, and then we'll jump off. I want you to see about something we're doing in June that you need to be aware of, and then we'll come back. So offering on vacant properties, this is a great strategy. So once you've identified where a vacant property is, or you've actually gotten returned mail because you've done a mailing campaign, which means the property is vacant and the owner doesn't live there anymore. All of those are indicators of vacants. You could either drive for dollars to find vacant properties, or you could do a mailing campaign and get the return mail shows that are vacant. Those vacant properties have to be skip traced. They have to be researched to find out where the owners have moved to go get those. Now, when I made offers on vacant properties in North Richmond, what I did is I would literally take a picture of the property. I would write my letter out on why they, have this property and how it could be creating an issue for them, a challenge for them financially because they're having to pay taxes on it and it's not doing anything. It could create more of an issue because it could be vandalized, which means more repairs. It could become a nuisance to the city. Also, they could be in a liability if someone was to break into it and hurt themselves. I lay out all the issues that they're going to be faced holding a vacant property. And I let them know that I'm interested in buying it and that I can buy one of 2 ways. I can pay all cash at a discount, or I can give them a little bit more based on a terms program where either they held some of the financing in place or they agreed to do some financing on that property. And then I let them know I've attached a picture of the property and an offer. So when I mail vacant owners, I'm mailing them my letter of intent, which my letter, not an LOI, but my letter that explains their pain and what I can do to help them overcome that pain, a picture of the property, because if it is a jacked up property, they need to see that, right? They may not have even seen it in forever. And then I attach my letter of intent, the LOI behind it based on what I'm willing to do to pay cash for it. And that's how I mailed them. And let me tell you how many times I got a response back from people that didn't live in California, North Richmond area, and lived across the country. And they call me up. They'd be like, "That's my property?" And I'm like, "Yes, that's your property. And you have people that will break in and sleep in there. And if they hurt themselves, you're liable for that." "No, I don't want that property. Is this the best offer you can give me?" "Well, I can pay you a little bit more if you agree to hold some of the financing. I can take the property subject to, or a wrap mortgage, or a contract for deed, or a land installment, and I'll go in and remodel it and sell it. And when I sell it, then I'll pay you out the note on the property that you're wanting." I was able to secure those deals by using that vacant mailing strategy to those types of properties owners. A letter, a picture of the property, and a letter of intent. So who asked that question?
I
forgot to write their name down. I hope that helps you there. Okay, so let's talk about the 3 package deal, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to get more into the offer process and the 3 option offers. Okay, the package deal. Here's my thing for the person who asked the question about the package deal. The question was, should you make the offer on all 3 or take them as individuals? Well,
that's Mona.
Mona. Thank you, Mona. Let me say this. You will always get a better deal on a package deal. You'll always get a better deal. Because here's why. When you start to split that package up, well, the reality is you're going to only want the cream. You're going to only want the good. You know what I mean? So they're going to be left with the bad, and they're going to have a harder time selling it. And that's why a lot of people put packages together, because they might have 3 good properties and 5 bad ones. And they're like, well, I don't want to get stuck with the 5 bad ones. So we just put it all together and say, here, you got to buy the whole thing. You just have to analyze it that way. What's the land? The land's probably useless right now in today's market unless you're in an area where there's a lot of new construction going on. The mobile home, that kind of deters me a little bit, because who's going to want to build a house next to a mobile home, right? Unless the lot is just dirt cheap and you can actually put another mobile home on it. I would tell you, my advice to you would be to take the whole thing down if you could. Look at it from a point of view as so there's a house, a lot, and a mobile home. Is that correct, Joe?
Yeah, but the mobile home is on the lot.
Oh, so it's only okay. I got you. So there's a house, and then there's a mobile home on the lot.
Yes.
Okay. So obviously the mobile home is a rental. Is the house? Did she say the house was a rental?
She didn't say anything. No.
Well, I mean, I would analyze it two ways. I would analyze it from the point of view as either taking the deal down and what would be the potential cash on cash return off of it. So my offer would be based on that. My offer would be based on what I want as a cash on cash return, to where I would present them that offer to get that. The other side of it is what does the house look like versus the lot next to it, and could you really sell that lot off to a builder in the area that could come in and build a new house on it? Because I helped a student do that locally. So they had a house with a lot next to it, and they really didn't know what to do. And I said, look, take the whole thing down, sell that lot to a builder, let him build a new house on there, and then remodel the house you're in, because you'll get the comp next to the house next to you. And so they were able to sell the house that they originally thought the ARV would be like 175. They ended up getting $215,000 for it, because they waited for the new lot to get built with a new house on it, which increased the value of the neighborhood. And so it was a great play for them. So that would be a strategy on that.
That's awesome.
Hey, listen, stay with me. I'm going to play this short video real quick for you. You need to know what we're doing in June. You need to be with me. I'm going to see you guys in just a minute. Stay with me.
I've been to another couple of workshops myself. I have to admit, Zach brings a lot more knowledge, information, and the experience that he brings into this workshop is phenomenal. It's life-changing.
This is actually my first training of anything in real estate, and I already feel like I have a step ahead of someone that would be starting new at another workshop. Just so informative. Any questions that anyone has, Zach is there to answer them. So, I've learned a ton, much more than I thought I would.
My favorite thing is probably the family atmosphere that they have here. Zach is very much a family guy. He talks about his family a lot, and is very known among his coaches as well, just how inclusive he is of everybody.
It's been very exciting to meet a lot of people, and also to see how powerful Zach's programs are. So if you're thinking about coming, this is a great place to get some of the bottom line best advice.
Not as much of a leap of faith when you see Zach and you see all the other people that have been through the same workshop and their success. It's a little more comforting seeing that, and it makes it a lot easier to make that leap.
It's been an eye-opening experience. I'm a skeptic. I walked in here a skeptic because I've been through these events before. To listen to them, and it's a different vibe here. You feel that Zach is the real deal. He has the background, where most of these so-called gurus are here to just throw product at you. His system's more hand-on. Thank you for the excitement. Thank you for revitalizing that in me.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you for caring.
Thanks, Zach. You're the man.
Great going, Zach. You're truly changing lives more than you actually know you are.
There you go, guys. You need to be at the event. It's coming in June. You got 60 days out. Let's get you booked. Let's get you there. Let's change some more lives in Tampa, Florida. I'm excited for more of you to come out. I'm excited to see more of you there. We've got some amazing things going on where we are literally changing lives. And I'm blessed to be part of that. I'm blessed that I've been given a voice to share this information, and I'm blessed that you guys are receiving that. So many of you are having so much success coming out of these 3-day events, and especially those of you that are in our coaching program and going to our 2-day immersions. I think it's just absolutely wonderful. I want to do more for you. You understand? I want to give more to you. I want to make my voice so loud across this niche industry of real estate investing that you can't help but have success and be drawn into what we're doing here. And I'm doing that by opening up other 2 channels. I'm doing that by now moving my real estate In the Field with Zach show to our YouTube channel. That's why I'm doing that, okay? I'm going to now move all the In the Field stuff to our YouTube channel. Go to reisuccessacademy.com/YouTube to be able to start watching those episodes. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. Get those notifications and join me in the field. I'm also taking you into my life. I'm now opening up my Instagram, Zach_Childress, so that you can start to see, the day-to-day thoughts that I go through, the things that may be happening, even my struggles. If I'm getting, writer's block, or if I'm trying to evaluate too many deals. Like the other day, I had 37 deals on my desk. I mean, could you imagine like how that could create some stress? Well, I'm going to talk about this stuff with you guys so that you know that you're not alone out there, and I go through the same struggles that you go through. It's just maybe we don't always get to see it. Well, I've been told by students that they wanted to see more of that and connect more, and so that's what I'm going to be doing with you guys. Okay, so get registered for our Tampa event. All right. Hey, if you guys are still with me, give me some thumbs up. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some hearts. Give me some smiley faces. Do all that good stuff. I want to see you. I want to see you. I want to see you. Okay? Even though I can't see anything.
So John just texted me and he said Zach is like the Rush Limbaugh of real estate.
That's hilarious. Who did that?
John.
Oh, the Coach John. That is absolutely hilarious. I love that. That's hilarious. That is pretty funny. All right, guys, give me them. Let me see them. Let me see them thumbs up. I want you guys to show me you're there. Why can I not pull feeds on my phone either?
I think it's because we got 4 devices in one room.
Thumbs up. Give me some hearts. There they come. Now I'm seeing them. Love it. I'll just have to pull you up on my phone. My computer over here ain't working very well. That's what I'm talking about. Got tickets last week. Way to go, David. Boom. That's what I'm talking about, David. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. You guys are making me happy right now. So here's what I love about what you guys are doing. You are being aware of the changes that we're making. You're being aware of where we're going in this industry. You're being aware of how much information we are flooding these channels with to get you guys involved in changing your lives. That's what you're becoming aware of. Listen, it's easy to go out there and find a course and buy it. It's really hard to find somebody that's willing to go on live channels 3-4 days a week to help you guys build your business. That's why I love you guys. Keep sharing this message. That's what's important. You share this message, you help me create ripples, you help me affect more people, which the more people's lives we change, the more we're changed in our own lives. And that's from you guys, okay? That's from you guys right there alone. You guys make that happen. So, all right, let's talk about this. What is a 3-option offer? What's a 3-option offer? Well, let me tell you, it is really powerful when you consider, like, if I'm trying to buy a property from a homeowner, I will absolutely say, look, you got 3 options here. Either number 1, you fix this entire property up and I'll pay you X amount. So how does that look? Well, you basically take the ARV minus your closing fees minus your profits. That's what it is. That's what you do. What is it going to sell for? What is it going to cost me to sell it? What is the profits I want? And then that's my first offer. It's that number. It's the highest number you can pay, but it requires them to do all the work, right? You fix the floors, you fix the walls, you paint it, you fix the roof, you do all this stuff you need to do, and this is what I'll pay you. So that's an easy deal, right? Look, I would love all of them to do that. Right? Because then I just basically take it over, then I sell it, make my profits, and move on. Your second offer is you say, look, if you just do this, right? If you just take this cash offer, do nothing, it's an as-is offer, right? It's an as-is offer. You basically do nothing. You just take my cash offer. What's the cash offer? It's ARV minus resale fees, minus holding costs, minus fix-up costs, minus profits, minus purchase fees, and there you get a subtotal, which is you're going to start below that. That's my cash offer. You walk away. What's my offer 3? Offer 3 is basically it's going to be very close to your offer 1. And in some cases, it could be more than your offer 1. So let's say offer 1 was 200,000, offer 2 was 125,000, right? Well, offer 3 could be 215,000 if the property's worth, say, 225 or 230, right? It gives them more, but it's a terms program. So yeah, I'll give you 215,000. You leave the property as is, and I want a 15-year term. Why would I ask for a 15-year term? Because here's why. Over 15 years, I'm going to be able to rent that property out. I'm going to absorb almost all of my profits through the rental aspect of it. You understand? That's the beauty of that. That's option 3. You agree to a higher price, but you ask for the longer term in it so that you can actually make your profits from the rental, from the cash flow. So you got to make sure that the price point is going to be low enough. The payment's going to be lower than the rental market. So it's like acquiring a free rental property, right? So I just get the cash flow off of 15 years. Let's say you make $200 a door or $200 a month off of it, times 12 is $2,400. Say you times that by 10 years, you make $24,000 off of that property over 10 years that you never bought, right? Now here's the other thing. If I agreed at $215 with them now, who's to say in 10 years that property is not worth $260, $270? You understand? So now when I go to sell it, there's a back end profit off of that deal as well. So you can pay more on the third option as long as you're secured by the cash flow. So you got to make sure you measure that out, and that you're not in an area that hasn't appreciated at all over the last 10 years. And why am I saying that? Because you got to go back and you got to look at, where properties, what that neighborhood has done over the last 10 to 15 years. Typically, you're going to find cycle. And when you go back and look, you're going to see, oh, well, look, it was going up, but then it came back down, but now it's back on the rise again. So you've got to be able to position yourself for not this rise. This is where people get in trouble. They go, oh, well, it's going to keep going up, so I'll do a 5-year terms. Well, the problem with that is if it's going up right now, in 5 years, guess where it might be? It might be on the downturn. You follow me? Well, now you're stuck. So that's why you got to say, well, look, I'm willing to do this for 10 years, because then if it goes up and it comes down over 10 years, it's going to work its way back up again. So you got to make sure you're looking at the future process on this. Now, that's a 3-option offer. Works all the time. The other side of that is when you're making an option offer, if you have a highly motivated seller that just can't keep up with the payment, they're facing foreclosure, and you're the only person that knows how to save them, you never give them a price point on the contract. Purchase price is always to be determined at time of close for balance on loan. To be determined at time of close for balance on loan, which means if you got a 10-year agreement at the balance of that loan, they might only owe $80,000 and it's worth $240,000. Now you've got yourself a really good deal that nobody else wanted to do. So that's the 3-option offer. Who asked that question?
That was Mona.
Mona got all kinds of good questions. Thomas says terms. What's Ariana saying there?
She says, you are the real deal, Zach.
Real deal, Holyfield. That's why they call me the real estate coach, okay? All right, so let's talk about what to offer. So if we're going to make an offer, what do we offer, right? Like, what do we offer? This goes back to what I said in the beginning. We only offer what our risk management tells us to offer. We don't just offer a price because we assume that, oh, well, they're asking this, and if I want this, it's too low. I might need to bring it up. Listen, let me say this to you. If you're not embarrassed by your offer, you offer too much.
Yes.
Point blank. Point blank. I had to learn that the hard way, okay? I'm trying to save you guys years of mistakes by just listening to what I'm doing, okay? And I hope you guys are with me. If you're with me, give me some thumbs up. Give me some thumbs up. Let me know you're with me, okay? Let me know you're with me. You with me? You with me? Are you with me? Let me get my radio voice on. This is the KYZ with Zach Childress. All right. That's what I like to see. You guys are making it happen today. Thanks, man. You're welcome, Paul. That was pure gold. Not a problem, Paul. That's why we do this, right? That's why we do this, man. That's why we do this. That's why we do this. So, You're not embarrassed by your offer? It's too much. That's right, Paul. Love it. So, you guys are with me. That's good. So, when it comes to making that offer, remember, it goes back to what we said. You start with your ARV and you work your way down and you determine what is the offer that's going to work for you, and you're going to have to negotiate that gap. You got to negotiate that gap. I mean, this is one of the biggest things we talk about at our 2-day immersion is how do we negotiate the gap? We have to get them off of sales price and get them onto the equity and only negotiate the equity. You got to. You can't negotiate a $300,000 house and think you're going to get a good deal. Now, can I negotiate $80,000 of equity? Absolutely. It's a lot easier, right? It's a lot easier because I've detached the emotional aspect of the house to the profits. So when you're thinking about that, remember, when you make the offer, make it based on what you want. And then if you think, oh, well, my offer's really low, then do the 3-offer option. Do the 3-offer option. Give them 3 different price points and say, pick. Pick. There you go. It's your option. You pick. I can do either one of them. I had one guy send me one for my house one time. There was 6 offers on it. I thought, well, that's just a little too much. I was confused. I didn't even read past the 4th one. So, I love all those thumbs up. Way to go, guys. You guys make me happy today.
So Mike has a question for you, Zach.
What does Mike got?
He says, as a mentor, do you or your team walk us through this thing?
100%. That's what we do as mentors. Do you understand? We don't just walk you through it. We're there to guide you, and we're there to tell you what to do and how to do it and how to build the systems and the processes and how to get the money for the deals and how to build your team around it and how to overcome your fear of calling and negotiating and dialing through our 2-day immersions and how you get to come spend 3 days with me in Huntsville and go through deals with, I mean, you need to pick up the phone. Mike?
Yes.
Mike, check. Mike, check. Mike, pick up the phone. Call 707-247-4248. Call that number on the screen, 707-247-4248, and ask for a student advisor. I would do that right away, man, because here's why. They will be able to spend a lot more time with you looking at your situation and what's going to be best moving forward in the model that you want. For me, I've got 8 minutes left on this show, and I can't really do all that for you, but I want you to talk to somebody that can help you. Hey, remember, share the stream, guys. This is a very important message. People need to get this out there. We need everybody to know about what's going on. They need to know about making offers. They need to know why making offers are important. They need to know how to stay safe making offers. That takes me to the next one, making an offer before you see the property. A lot of people are very confused about this, okay? A lot of people say making the offer before you see it is dangerous. It's not. It's absolutely not. It's the most efficient way to get offers out, because let me explain why. You're talking to a guy that I can make an offer on a property within 5 minutes. Where when you see it, you're going to go evaluate it. You're going to run the numbers. Maybe tomorrow you're going to double check it. Maybe then by Friday you're going to go look at it. Guess what? I've already bought it. I've already bought it. Because why? Because I'm not afraid to put an offer on a property and then if I don't like it, use my contingency period to get out of it. I'm not afraid of that. And you only would be afraid of that is because it's the fear of the unknown, right? It's like, I've never done it. I'm afraid of it. That's why you got to understand a contract has contingency periods. If you're using our contracts in our courses, we put in their 30-day contingency. Why do we start with 30? So they can negotiate us if they want to down to 21. If you're dealing with agents, it's really hard because they give you 7, maybe 10 days to, contingencies. So that's your window to get in and get out. So I run my numbers. Well, people say, well, what about the rehab? Well, I know my rehab. I know I can rehab a house for $12 a square foot. I know I can remodel a rental property for $5 to $6 a square foot. And that's doing a lot in it. So the point is I know those numbers. You have to know those numbers. That's what a coach will help you do too. And if you haven't gotten my book, you need to get my book. It talks about it in there too. I don't know what you're waiting on. Get that book. My First Deal Playbook. Go to Amazon.com right now. Search My First Deal Playbook. Get a copy of that book. I'll give it to you for free. You just got to pay the shipping and handling. I think Amazon charges like $6 or something like that to ship it out to you. So, all right. So offers before you see the property, lean on your contingency, okay? Lean on your contingency. That's how you stay safe in offering on properties before you see them, okay? The last thing I want to talk about with you today is addendums on offers, okay? People say, well, Zach, how do you get into negotiating with agents and people who send you the offer first? I don't negotiate with them. It's a waste of time. It's an absolute waste of time to get on the phone and try to talk to them, I believe. So you know what I do? I use an addendum for my negotiation. So what's an addendum, you might ask me? Well, an addendum is actually an additional contract to the contract. And the beauty of the addendum is it actually supersedes anything in the contract. So if you send me a contract stating that you want me to buy it for $125,000, I got a 7-day contingency and whatever else, that I pay all the closing fees. I'm not going to call you up and argue about it. I'm just going to write my addendum and I'm going to say purchase price $101,000. You know what I mean? Closing fees to be split. Contingency period 21 days. And I'm going to sign the contract, and under my name I'm going to put a little star and I'm going to say see addendum, and I'm going to attach the addendum to it and I'm going to send it back to you. So when they call me up, they're like, or text me or email me, hey, did you get the contract? Yeah, I'm sending it back today. Oh, all right, yay, he's signing it. Well, when it gets them back, guess what? I attached an addendum to it. The addendum is my negotiating a contract without ever negotiating it. It is, look, I agree with everything else in there, but these 9 items on the addendum, this is what I'm willing to do. You sent me the contract first? Fine. I'm going to send you back an addendum with what I want. So never worry about if someone offers a contract to you first. It's fine. Send it over. Just know that that's what an addendum's for. It's an addendum to a purchase and sales agreement. It basically identifies everything in that agreement that you don't want or you want to change, and you supersede it by putting it on the addendum. It is the best way to negotiate a contract without ever getting on the phone with somebody. Now, are they going to want to call and talk to you back? Sure, let's talk. But now, am I trying to negotiate their terms, or are they now trying to negotiate my terms? You get it? I've got them now trying to negotiate my terms. So who's in control? I am, right? So it's little things you got to think about in the offering process, guys. Little things that will help you identify this, okay? What does it say? Yes, Mike Rose. Yes, they do. What else we got? I'll take a few more questions. I hope you guys have enjoyed the Making the Offer show today. I'm going to take a few more questions, and then I got a real quick video I want you to watch before we part ways. Hey, give me some thumbs up and some love. Give me some love. And get that angry face out of there. Who gave me that angry face?
That's John.
John, I'm going to hunt you down. Hey, listen, also give me some reviews, guys. Go to their Facebook, go to the review section if you like what you're hearing, you like our shows, if you're new and you enjoy this, talk to us. I actually answer questions and I say thanks to people on those review pages. Go over there on the Facebook review section, give us some reviews. If you're ordering the book off of Amazon, give us a review over there too. Some people, they just buy it and they don't give us a review. I'd love for you to give us a review over there as well.
So Mike, he says that Eric is his man.
Eric's good at what he does, man.
Yep. Diamond Star, she says, how do you determine what to offer when wholesaling?
It's the exact same thing as rehabbing. So you take the ARV, you minus all those numbers we talked about, and whatever the max offer price is, you then subtract your wholesale fee from that, and then that's your offer.
Steve says, do you talk to the seller before you present an offer, or do you just submit the offer?
Steve, it's case by case. That's a great question. I hate to give you an attorney answer on that, but it is case by case. There are some sellers that if I know the price is way off and it's very unrealistic, I need to get on the phone with them to justify the offer. I need to do what's called a net proceeds worksheet with them. I need to say, look, if you keep it and you do it, this is what you've got to do. These are the things you're going to have to go through. Here's your holding cost, to keep this headache in hopes that you will sell it, or for a few $1,000s, I hope we don't kill this deal because here's what I can do for you right now. So I have to basically make sure I set up the offer before I present it. But some cases, no, if it's real close, I'm just going to send the offer.
Diamond also has another question. She says she came across a guy that said that he works with an investor that does tax properties. Would this be like a co-wholesaling deal?
Diamond, I'd love to answer that. I just don't. I don't do anything with tax properties. I just stay away from them. I tried them years ago, and it didn't work out the way I was hoping it would, and so I just don't do them anymore. So I'm not your guru for that. Okay.
You're not anyone's guru anyway.
No,
You're
I'm
our
not
coach.
anybody's guru. I'm a real estate coach, and tax sales and tax deeds are real estate investing. It's just I'm not your expert for that. I'll tell you what I'm good at, and I'll tell you what I'm not good at. So.
And now everyone's gone quiet.
Awesome. Well, listen, I've enjoyed you guys today. You guys are super, super, super rock stars. Listen, hang tight. I'm going to play a quick video for you on the way out. If you need help getting into the business to really start building your network and doing deals with others, you want to watch this video. My name's Zach Childress. Be here tomorrow for the Wednesday Dig Deeper show. We start a new series on credit repair, and you got to meet the expert, Kelly. She is a rock star in this industry. She's helping people get thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars in capital based on their business and in life. You don't want to miss our Dig Deeper show. And remember, Thursday is in the field. I'll see you guys. Watch this video. Bye now.
Hey, it's Zach Childress here, and I've got some great news for you. So listen, I'm going to give you something free at the end of this, and you want it very much. What you see behind me is a deal that I did without using any of my money, without using any of my credit, or even using a bank. I never even saw this place. I simply followed a simple blueprint that allowed me to get the deal under contract, and I sold that contract for $8,000. You guys see that? $8,000, and I did that in 7 days. I will show you how you can make $8,000 in 7 days like I have just about everybody else that's followed the path of the blueprint. I've got a very special free blueprint for you that all you need to do is get this blueprint and follow it step by step, and you too can start making easy money in real estate without using any of your credit or money or even having a bank involved. And the best part is you don't even have to see the building to get the deals done. You just have to follow my blueprint, and I'm giving it to you for free. Take action today and get my blueprint. I'll see you on the other side.